So yesterday, in an attempt to avert the government shutdown, Donald Trump was threatening Democrats, saying that, well, if you don't keep the government open, I'm going to do irreversible things to the budget. And I'm going to cut government programs and healthcare and all of this, and you won't be able to overturn it. You won't be able to change it because once I've done it during the shutdown, you can't change it. None of that's true. First of all, Donald Trump doesn't know how anything works. We've covered that. But the big thing is the power of the purse sits with Congress. Whatever they approve money for, that's how that works. So anything he does, if Congress passes a budget around him in 2-3 days after they come up with this plan and reopen the government, they can reverse anything he's done. And while some people may get cut out of their benefits for a few days or whatever, they can always get put back on. But Donald Trump seems to think that this government shutdown will let him do whatever he wants. Now, he's made a lot of threats trying to keep this government open, and none of them have panned out. He said, well, I'm going to fire a bunch of people. Well, almost all of his firings have gotten overturned in court, or they find out that those people were actually important and not easily replaced, so they have to bring them back potentially at even higher wages. This is just more positioning from Donald Trump, trying to get the Democrats on his side to do things his way. It's what he's got left. He doesn't have any political capital, really. He can't make deals despite claiming to be this great deal maker. His version of deal making is sitting across the table from somebody saying, do it my way or else. That's not making a deal. That's making threats. And Donald Trump doesn't understand the difference. He doesn't understand politics, despite the fact that this is his second administration. He just thinks they should all kowtow to him and do whatever he wants because he's the president. True leadership would be holding negotiations, actually trying to come to and find a common ground, and they haven't got there. So, despite the fact that he's blustering and he's positioning and saying he's going to do all these irreversible things, there's a lot of things he can't do. A lot of things can be reversed. And a lot of things he's going to try to do will be overturned in courts because they constantly tell him, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. He has lost so many court cases over his executive orders. It is ridiculous at this point. Now they will all end up in front of the Supreme Court, and that's another story. But he's trying to position to get his way, and it's not working because the Democrats in Congress actually know how the government works, how the Constitution reads, and what he can legally do and what he can't. But Donald Trump doesn't care. He's just trying to position to make himself look better, look stronger, etc. It's coming from a position of weakness from somebody who's backed into a corner and is failing at every turn.